All right, everyone. We're back for a minute here. We'll make this a quick one. Was thinking about something earlier. Of course, we got the first, our first snowstorm coming in the morning. Well, I wouldn't even call it a snowstorm. Ice, first event. Let's call it our first event is coming in the morning. My phone has blown up today. I know I've gotten 12 plus, I think probably 12 to 15. Let's just say 12 to 15 calls today. It has been nonstop, and that's not even a joke. So, for snow removal. And what I hear so much right now is, and I've actually taken on 3 or 4 new ones, and they said their guy just up and quit. So, I don't normally ask a lot of questions or nothing, that ain't my business. But anyway, I'm there to do a bid. They call me, I come do the bid, present it to them, and we move on. But anyway, I've had 2 or 3 people tell me their guy just quit. So I send them a bid. We'll just use numbers off the top of my head. These are not actual numbers. We'll just use numbers off the top of my head. So say I'm bidding a parking lot. I send them a bid, $275. For instance, I would be $275 on this back lot. Plow it, salt it, everything. They come back and say, well, the last guy did it for $125 or $150. That's, I've heard that a lot this year in the snow aspect of this business. Oh, he did it for $150. Well, where's that guy at? Well, he closed up shop, or he's no longer in business. Well, folks, there's a reason he's no longer in business. You need to realize your company's worth. When you really sit down and break it down, you got fuel, you got labor. Labor is a big profit, eats into your profit big time. So you got fuel, labor, trucks. Trucks are not cheap. Again, that's all about too what you want. A lot of clients might not care what's in front of their house. I've always kept my equipment nice. Try to keep the business looking good. So trucks ain't cheap. A plow setup. Let's just bare minimum. Say you get a truck, you want to take it down and you want to start snow. This is your first year doing snow, and you want to start plowing. So your basic setup with plow and let's say a tailgate spreader, not even a big one, a tailgate spreader, you are going to be 10,000 plus to get that truck set up. And that's probably on the low side. If you're talking, you want to get into a big bulk spreader, like a 2.5 yard, it's going to be more than that. So this stuff is not cheap. So you've got to know your company's worth. There's a reason the guy that did that for $150 ain't in business. Because at the end of the day, after he paid fuel, let's say he was solo. By the time he paid fuel, if he had a breakdown or he had to buy or go get salt, salt is not cheap. So, at best, salt is another big profit eater. So, know your worth, guys. Don't back. I see way too many people back off, try to do stuff super cheap to get the business. Oh, they have to have 300 yards. Well, would you rather have 100 yards at $200 a pop, or would you rather have 300 yards at $30? So you've got to know your worth. You have to know what everybody's business expenses are totally different. Some of you may not have very little overhead, and that's fine. Everybody runs their business differently, but we have to know our worth. If I'm going to go out there work in the elements, just like tomorrow, it's going to be 4 degrees. If I'm going to go out and work in the wind at 4 degrees, tearing my truck up, because if you say salt's not hard on a vehicle, you're wrong. Salt destroys stuff. So you also have to account for depreciation. That salt truck in 8 years is a salt truck. And you know what an old salt truck looks like. So you also got to think of that. So I'm not going to go out in the 4-degree weather with my truck, with salt, with labor, with fuel, work a 14-hour shift and come back and have made, if you made $50, oh my gosh, and you just blew the whole load on fuel, labor, your expenses ate you up. So at the end of the day, people go out and throw a price on stuff, and then a year into it, they can't afford to run the business. So everybody needs to know you need to know what your business, you are out here to make money. Does not mean you have to rip anybody off. There is a difference in ripping people off and making money. Let's make money. Let's not rip people off. But a good business also knows what they're worth. So I send my bids. I'll tell them my snow bids. And if they're too high, hey, I appreciate you getting with me. I appreciate the opportunity. Good luck in your search. I mean, people, know your worth. If you do all this hard work, this business is not easy work. You got the cold. You got the heat. If at the end of the year, all that headache and stress did not profit you much, you might as well sell the operation and go get you a 9-to-5 job. Because when you clock out of that 9-to-5 job, you are done. You can walk away, go home, never think about it again. When you own a business, it is a 24/7 operation. You don't get sick days. You got to run it. So know your worth, people. I mean, this video is not toward anybody at all in particular. I'm just giving examples. There's a reason the guy that plows that lot for $125 is not in business. And 90% of the time, when I shoot him my estimate, it's approved. So they understand. It's not always about, it's crazy how a corporation will drop you over $25. But they'll come back. They'll come back. You've got to have the right equipment. I've had a lot of people ask me what kind of equipment I have. They'll ask. So I'm going to start my coughing, so we better end it there. But know your worth. Know your worth. You are out to make money. So don't forget that, guys. Don't be intimidated when you lose something. It's going to happen. That is business. You're not going to get every estimate. And if you are, you're that cheap guy. So thanks for listening, guys. Be safe. Peace.